Oh, good evening, you sexy mamma jammas on the YouTube. And why are you so dark? Your tail lights, your rear lights suck, buddy. All right, we're rolling. We just crossed over to Florida. I know what that was. And we are pulling through the first. Well, this is the Aggie station. Coming to Florida. So we got to go. I hate this. I'm not sure how. I'm hoping I can knock it all out. But y'all know me. If I get to the point where I feel unsafe, load be damned. Okay? I've done as much as I could to do this. So we shall see. Thumbs up at the window. Reefer right there to the right being inspected. I think all reefers always get inspected through here. I think. I don't know. Anyhow, we're through this one. Got a way station to hit. It's a couple miles. So, thanks for being here, y'all. Let's just see how this all works out today, shall we?
Crack a monster, greet the sun. Big blues humming, ready to run.
Well, that plan, it couldn't work out for me. My eyeball started hurting. I was super tired. I had to stop, and I had to sleep. And as a result, my drop-off this morning got rescheduled to tomorrow. I've said it before, if I can't do it safely, I'm not doing it at all. That's just the way it is. Facts. I can't sleep at night. I tried to do that split to help me. I mean, I can't sleep at night. I just can't drive the nights on the normal. My body's not made that way. I mean, after a while, if I did it all the time, probably. Same way a night shift driver just can't do a day shift schedule. After a while, probably. But in any case, wasn't able to. I talked to the agent about that next load that going to Colorado Springs. Yeah, that didn't pan out either because the shipper said, yeah, we can deliver you Saturday, or we can ship you Saturday, or even tomorrow afternoon around 3 or 4 o'clock. But we found somebody else who can be here at 8 a.m. and we'll do it cheaper. She said that to the agent. Agent was shocked. But whatever. It is what it is. So now my 10 is up in another 30 minutes. I'm going to take the remaining 3 hours, get down to Tampa. Or I'm gonna go straight to site. Screw it. And my appointment's at 5:30 a.m. to deliver. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, but I've already got loads booked for tomorrow. Drop off on Monday. Panama City, a train load, and then I go to San Antonio after. Oh, that load goes into Carrollton, Texas. Then I leave Carrollton, Texas, go to San Antonio, pick up another train load, and those are going over to back east to North Carolina. And the kind of the plan behind that is right after that, get a Benson load, a John Deere load out of Benson. That's why I took the San Antonio load. Now, we talked about numbers. He was like, how much is that, how much was that Colorado load? We talked about it. Now, they added extra on there. One for 4 days of detention, and an additional $500 so I could buy the equipment needed. So if you take the extras out, we're not losing money on the rate from what we had to what we got. And I ain't got to worry about trying to get out of Colorado. Either way, it is what it is. Not a big deal. There's options. Anyway, I'm gonna go inside the Love's. Where am I at? I'm gonna Love's somewhere, and then head down the way once my tin's up. All right, so I remember where I stayed at last night. It was at Love's in Lee. I was told last time I stayed there, did a video about it, that Red Onion restaurant across the street was a real nice place. I just noticed that on the way out. Told you when I pulled in this morning, I was exhausted, so I dove into a spot and I went right to sleep. Now, coming out of Lee, you got a way station right off the exit, like maybe a mile and a half. You got a way station. And now 5 miles later, we have another one. And I remember passing these way stations coming through when I attend quite often, and I always wondered why there was 2 way stations so close. And this is not an Aggie station; it's a way. Hold up. Okay, this is an Aggie station. I swore the sign said way station. Aggie? Yeah, I can tell up. Yeah, this is Aggie. Okay. Ah, well, whatever. We got through the other one. They brought us across the scales in the last one. Okay. I'm just gonna shut up. We'll be where we're going about 8 o'clock. Well, they did more of that Aggie station than they have in a while. He looked at me, he's like, "What you got?" I couldn't remember, but I remember what I had last night. I was like, "I got a bunch of smell good stuff. Dryer sheets, air fresheners," and he's like, "Okay, go ahead." I don't know what the fuck I had. I don't remember what I got. I know it's going to Sam's. I think I wasn't too far off of being accurate of what I said. But I don't know. Anyhow, we're about to hit 75 and then it's straight down. You know, the biggest thing for me this time of year, you know, dog days of summer, hot, is when you're driving night shifts, is you got to sleep through the day. I ain't got an APU on this truck yet. That'll be an investment once I have the title of this thing. So you have to run your truck through the day. Now, nighttime it does get hot too, but you pretty much get away with Opti-Auto on comfort control. It'll start the engine, it'll raise the temperature to where it needs to be, it'll go off for a while, and every so often it'll do that because at nighttime when it's dark, the sun's not beaming down on you, keeping that constant temperature flux. Daytime, it's there when that Opti-Auto doesn't shut off because it's struggling every bit of it just to maintain that freaking interior comfort. So I burned about an eighth tank of fuel throughout the day. Now I kept it off as long as I could because I parked towards like 7:15, 7:30, and I turned the truck off, and I just, because it was already pretty cool, I already had it, I guess, pre-cooled, so that I just turned the fan on in the back and I went right to bed. Somewhere around 10:30, 11, it wasn't cutting it no more. Yeah, I had my curtains closed. Because the way, like Schneider, when I first started as a company driver with Schneider, when I kept bitching about, you know, idle and hot and shit, I'm like, I got to come. They said, well, that's what that fan's for. I'm like, that fan ain't no AC. He said, my DTL at the time, he said, I spoke to the engineer to see what the deal is. He said, the way this thing is designed is you're supposed to get the truck to the temperature that you want it to be. It feels better for you. Right? Then close all your curtains. Well, close all your curtains, get the temperature where you want it to be, and then shut the truck off and turn your fan on. So that fan is designed to maintain that temperature as long as it can. And he was such a nice guy, he don't know any better. He just going by what the engineers tell him. So I'm like, whatever, man, it's full of shit. You try being a fan in 110 degrees sun beaming down on you in the middle of summer afternoon, and you stay here with that fan. Hell no. So, I mean, I could stay up top, and I always got bitched at for idle time. I didn't give a damn. I told them my personal comfort is more important than your fuel savings. I said that shit. They didn't like it. They didn't like it at all. But I can control that when I'm up front. Every 45 seconds, beep, hit the freaking fuel pedal. It reactivates it. But when you're in the sleeper, you can't very well do that now, can you? And my company truck didn't have engine override, and it did not have opti-idle. That was for team drivers, not solo drivers, at least in my region. My home base was Columbus, Ohio, so not that I was ever there much, but that's where they based me out of, and every region has different trucks spec'd to whatever that region requires, I guess. I would like to think if your region was Texas, maybe they had a different specs on the truck. I don't know. But, yeah. That EPU, electronic power unit fan system on the back, it only blows out cold air when the engine's running, when the compressor's running. It's not an air conditioning unit. It's a fan. Go get you a $10 box fan at Walmart. It'll do just the same. I did see a video earlier. Somebody put an AC on top of his cargo van. He's converting into an RV roamer, free roam traveling person kind of person guy deal. I wonder if those are viable on a high roof. Mid roof, I can see it working. What about a high roof? Be cheaper than $10,000 putting a freaking APU on the thing, right? And it's straight 12 volt power too. I don't know. Just keep on driving, keep on driving, keep on driving. So I stopped in Wildwood to get some fuel, just a little bit, not a whole lot. But I'm behind, and my exit's coming up in 0.2 miles. I've been behind this little line of traffic for the past, I guess, mile or so. Going 63 mile an hour, 64 mile an hour, fluctuating between the two. You got me thinking, I remember when I started at Schneider, fast as I can go at 65. And I'm like going batshit crazy, like how in the hell or why? I mean, we're in a 70 zone. I guess now I can see that the front vehicle of that line was a semi, a flatbed. So that's probably why we were all going 64, and we're all like, well, we got to get off in about a mile and a half anyway, so there's no point in passing. That just drives you batshit crazy. When you're on the interstate, you're going 5 miles slower than the freaking speed limit. I remember how I felt like later as my company driver, which is one of the many reasons I decided to go IC and get my own thing once I found out. That was one of the selling points when they said their trucks weren't governed, SFI. Man, I think, and I often said, if I ever had to go company again, I'd probably go to Crete. I think Crete's 68 or 70 governed, which is fine. 64, 65, oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Now, there's a 1.9 here. It's a 76. I guess it's not a 1.9, even though Trickle Path shows it as a 1.9. Maybe it's pilot fuel? 1.9? Okay, yeah, it's 1.9 fuel. However, I'm only about an hour away from where I got to be in the morning, so I don't want to stay here. I want my that daggone ladder. See, the problem is I moved that ladder the other day, and I haven't moved it in a while, and I had it wedged back here, nice like. And I haven't got the wedge back the way it was. Damn it. So anyhow, and it's only, the problem right there, I was going around a right-hand corner in construction zone. I was going around a right-hand curve, and the road itself went whoop. I kind of dipped up and tilted. Like, crap. Well. But anyhow, I'm going to go. The goal is to park on site. We're 59 miles from that. Parking on site there. From what I can tell by overhead at Google, I mean, I can't tell specifically where the gates are. So maybe little roads that I see will allow me to park right there that are not like blocked off by a gate. Then again, I don't know. But I also know there's a Circle K 45 miles from where I'm at, which is about 15 miles from location. There's also a truck spot located at a Sitco or Lakeland Truck Parking LLC. Well, that looks like it's on a closed down road. Said road closed. That's going to be interesting to deal with when we get there. So let's go figure that out. All right, so you remember that road closure we talked about that we saw on the GPS? It's actually a fact. So now I'm trying to figure out a way around it. And no matter what destination I put in here, Turkle Path still tells me to go through that damn road, which don't make sense because you're registering that it's closed. Why would you send me to a closed road? So I'm hoping by doing this is about 2 miles past that road is closed. I'm hitting I-4 again. There's a registered park location on the other side of our destination on that same road. I'm hoping hitting I-4, it's going to force it to reroute me another way. And looks like it's not. It's trying to get me to turn around and go back. So I want to go and get off, what is that? 570. Florida 570 is what I want to take. Not this exit right here that it's telling me to take. That might be a toll road. I don't know. Maybe that's why it's not telling me to take it. West, it's a toll road. Alright, so I just saw that sign we just went under. It said 570 is a toll road. Alright, so I guess we're paying a little bit of tolls on this trip. Clear the trip, reestablish the trip, truck route. It's doing what I told it to do, avoid tolls. We gotta change that real quick. Turn that off. I think that might have done it. Yep. Okay. Well, damn it. Remember how I told you how the tolls are being... I didn't want to do the tolls. Hello, Popo. Hello, Popo. Ah, well. Is what it is. Another reason why it's going to be good to me to be on site. And technically, I got time left to even if I don't get a full 10 in, which I will. I'm going to make sure I get a full 10 in before I leave that place. Florida Polytechnic University. I need to go this way. Even if I don't get a 10 in, for whatever reason I'd go over the 4 or whatever while I'm on the property, I got enough time to where I can still get to Panama City Beach. And like I have enough time on my clock. and get my load tomorrow. And then I can park at that Love's, do a 10, and then continue on. Alright. Toll road, here we are. Hello, bastards. Florida tolls are outrageous. Especially when it's $9 a ting, 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 ting. Oof. Additional $9 per ting. Brutal. Alright, let's ride in together. 1.3 mile. Why are you going 43, you douche? You doucher. It's 55, yo. What the hell is that? It's a four-wheeler. Or a side-by-side golf cart. It has no lights on the rear, so this car coming up is going to be in for a surprise. Or they about to die, one or the other. Stoplight will make. Oh, I see all the lit up property right there. That's it to the right. Still don't see any memory triggers that I've been here before. Again, it is dark. I'm sorry I wouldn't have been here in the dark. Wish I could have read that sign a little closer. Yes, I have been here. This right here, this jingy dingy 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 right here. This whole intersection, yeah. I'm just going to talk to them. Hey, I do have a 5:30 a.m. Can I just sleep in your dock? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? They say no. Then I'll have to go across the street, find a hole in their drop lot. Question is there anybody here, or do I just... Well, let's go talk to somebody and find out, or try to talk to somebody. Well, she said for a 5:30 a.m. check-in doesn't begin until 3:30, so come back after 3, and we don't have parking here, so you gotta find somewhere to park. So that is the challenge right now. There's a little parking spot 3 miles away So Trucker Path is listing. It says truck parking off a highway, old highway, blah, blah, blah. Auburndale's something truck parking. Well, we'll figure something out. And we are back. It's 4:34 in the AM. After 3:30, before 5:30. I was leaving here last night. Security guard was like, "Why didn't they take you?" I was like, "I don't fucking know." He's like, "Sorry, man." I was like, "It ain't your fault, buddy. We'll try it again." Alright, drop the trailer. And door 1920. Disconnect. Pull around to the bobtail parking section. We'll call you when you're ready. 5 o'clock right now. Not horrible, not horrible. Couple hours. It's 15:07. Hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. Cool. So I'm not going to have time to edit this video to go live today, Friday. So I'm going to continue on. We're going to head over to Panama City and pick up our next load, and that's when we'll cut it off. We'll record today. We'll have 2 days into one. I'll put a little post up here in a little bit about that, and you'll see this video on Saturday. So once this guy docks, we'll get out of here. For that teddy bear, she's got me saying sugar pie, honey, darling, and dear. I ain't seen the Braves play a game all year. Time to turn that shit off. I don't want to get copyright stricken. And for whatever reason, there's like a 10-second pause in the video, in the audio part, because I was singing some I Like It, I Love It by Tim McGraw, and YouTube said no. So anyhow, we are 4 miles. We're still technically in Lakeland, but we're like 4 miles from Tampa, 75. Way station is open here. That truck was to bypass. What about me? What about me? Truck bypass way station. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, I'm not going to be all the way in Tampa, so that's good. But I decided to take, you know, the other way was shorter, like straight up, like, what is it, 94 North, or state routes and all that crap. Kind of the way I came down. This way adds about 30 miles to the trip, but it's the same damn distance. And there's so many stoplights I saw on that road. I was like, I saw I-4 and I was like, fuck, I'm making a left. And I did, by God. So 3.4 miles from 75 and north. We'll hit north and we're Wildwood's just a couple miles. I don't know, I'm gonna stop somewhere for breakfast. No, this ain't Wildwood, but Wildwood's to the north, where the Florida Turnpike meets 75. That place is usually congested as shit too. But it's 7:48 in the morning, so it's going to be normal congested, normal crappy traffic. So depends on what food is off of this exit. This flying. Oh, I see a Hardee's sign. Is there a Hardee's at the TA or the Flying J? If there is, we're stopping. But I also see an Arby's sign, but I see a Wendy's sign. Either one of those two. Actually, even the Arby's would be bad for breakfast, but I don't want the wrap. I don't want the tortilla. So let's just see who's got the FUD. Who's got the FUD? The gut FUD. We'll be at our place around 1 o'clock ish. I chose the block from 11 to 3, so plenty of time. I don't see any food signs on the daggone truck sign. I see something on the below the TA sign, but it's so low I can't see it. It's not up there by the fuel prices. Come on. Let me see the signs. Get the trees out the way, man. TA. Oh, the trees are blocking it. Come on, TA. It's got the Arby's. It's also got a Popeyes. No, what's the Flying J? Yeah, I can't. You're not advertising it, so we're not stopping. Okay. If I don't know what you got, I ain't stopping. Oh well, we'll just keep on going. We'll stop at some point and grab some breakfast. 11 miles from the train location in Panama City, I just passed a building that said Gulf Coast Hypnosis Training Center. That's a thing. Let's see if this work is still going on up here. Last couple times we've been here has been, there's a bridge up here they're working on. I'm seeing construction signs, but let's see how far along they've gotten since our last visit. Yeah, that a John Deere? Sure is a John Deere over yonder. John Deere place to the left. This is another equipment company with a bunch of green machines over there. I don't see a big John Deere sign, or I didn't see a big John Deere sign. Well, it's 1:11 in the PM Central Standard Time, by the way. Knocked off about 20 minutes of that 1:30 ETA after I stopped, and I didn't even talk to y'all then. I stopped and got fuel. I got the low cost of $5.25 a gallon down in Ocala, Florida. A whopping 5-cent discount. I saved $3.81 on that 60 gallons I got. It's crazy. While I was there, I had a Wendy's. I got breakfast. Had a Baconator with no bun, 2 extra pieces of sausage, and 2 extra eggs. Yum yum, get you some. Talking to my buddy DC. He's got this freezer. I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. I've been debating on it for, I guess, hell, it's the first time I met you, DC. How long's it been? It's been over a year and a half minimum. It was at the Schneider OC in West Memphis when we first met, and he showed me that freezer he had, a little freezer / cooler, a Hiani, or whatever. I've always said I was going to just put a dorm style fridge in this thing, but I like that shelf. I like the top part of the manufacturer's fridge because it's just like a shelf. It's like where I lay my head down at night, and I got my tablet sitting there, and it's what I watch, what I'm watching on whatever, and it's got my battery charger there. It's got all kind of, it's a damn tabletop, so I like having that there, so I don't want to completely remove it. The reason I can't use the freezer in that thing, because right now it's just an ice ball, and there's no point in defrosting it because it's going to turn right back into an ice block quick as shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that cooler that he has, and have it in the passenger seat, and that way I can buy bulk or just more frozen stuff. That's what I'm going to do. My next trip to the home base, I'm going to have that there waiting on me. I called him and I asked him, I said, "Does you think it'll fit in the floorboard in front of that seat?" He went, "Nope." As simple as that. Nope. So I'm like, okay. Because, I got my laptop and some other things sitting over there on the seat. That's all that's ever been there. I mean, I've had 2 passenger butts in that seat. 3. Green Bay, when I got the truck, they wanted to do a ride. You got to do a ride along to show those and all that good stuff with one of the instructors. I had a couple students that rode with me when I took my truck. When I claimed my truck first night back to the hotel. One sat in the sleeper, one sat in the front passenger seat. And then I had my ride along with my 1-year evaluation as a Schneider IC. Those are the only 3 human butts that have ever been in this passenger seat. I haven't had my normal sleep over the past few days, so I'm kind of feeling it pretty bad earlier. Then the sun came out. Like, woo, doggy! That's wore off pretty rather quickly because I'm starting to feel it again. So once I get this, I'm going to go to the Loves right off the exit, right back out there, 35 miles or whatever it is. I'm going to stay there tonight because it's only 750 miles from here to delivery. It's going to be a 2-stop drop, 1 pick, 2 drops. Both of those are in Carrollton, Texas. So that should be fine. And then I'll leave Carrollton and we'll shoot down to San Antonio. Pick up our next one, come back east. Now, I thought about doing a reset this weekend, and I still might, because it is only 750 miles. I don't know why they want to put a stop sign on this side. That's just stupid. But I might just run 6-7 hours next few days. I'm unsure yet. But I do remember I gotta stop here at this sign that says train right there on the left and call that phone number, and then we're gonna head around to the back side. Where's that phone number at? Oh, there it is up top. All right, let me do this. All right, so after about 45 minutes of them, I checked in. You're not scheduled on Monday. He's like, we can work you in, maybe get you around midnight. I said, no, that ain't gonna work either. He's like, I suggest you call your broker. So I called the agent. He said, hell, the broker okayed the swap yesterday. I said, well, you need to tell them boys in there, because they don't see it. And so he just called me and said, hey, we got you switched around. Go ahead and get in the dock gate. That's what I did. I just disconnected. Just pulled. We've got to disconnect. We've got to come over across the street and park here on the shoulder until they call us. So that's what we did. And now we wait. Oh, it's 2:06 right now. 5:45. 4.5 hours. Let's head out to those Loves up here. Hopefully there's a spot, and close this video out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and call the video. I'm just going to this Loves, find a place to park, hopefully, get a shower, and go to bed because I'm tired. I need to get my regular sleep tonight. It's a 12-hour drive between here and delivery. We'll cut it in halves. Cause I can't get too close tomorrow because it's Dallas area. So I'm probably going to wind up stopping tomorrow, not tomorrow, but Sunday when I get closer in Terrell, that's TA in Terrell. It's only about 20 miles outside of Dallas. Maybe. But that's probably where I'll end up. Just so I can be close enough to fight through that Dallas traffic on Monday morning. Drop off the first load in Carrollton, train warehouse, and then drop off the second load also in Carrollton. And then shoot down to San Antonio for that carrier load. You know, the one I like, drop and hook carrier load that goes to Florida most of the time. But the one I chose this time is going to North Carolina. We'll talk more about that and the reasons why. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, why did the truck brake? Because there's a biker on the shoulder on the very far edge and not between my white lines. That's why the truck braked. That's safety. Safety. Yeah, so this video will go up. Well, I'm not taking a day off, so yeah. Even though it's going to be short half days and drive days, maybe I'll find something to yap about. You never know. But I appreciate all you guys. I do. It's probably going to be a long video. If it is, by the time I get it down into the editor, I know I took some road footage initially, but if the video is too long, I'll take that road footage out. But anyhow, thanks for being here. Thanks for all the support and the continued support you guys show. Y'all real ones are here every single video. Even you haters are here every single video. So, oh, yeah. We dropped that load out this morning. Paperwork filled in. Money in the bag. Actually, money in my account about an hour later. So, anyway, I love you guys. Y'all have a good night. I'm tired. I'm getting delirious. It's time for me to get off here. I will see you tomorrow. Well, when I left Panama City 40 miles back, it was nice. Look what I'm driving into. I've been seeing some really, really strong bolts of lightning. If you don't know, when you see a lightning bolt, it means it's striking somewhere. So it's hitting the ground somewhere. Lightning flashes in the sky. We're talking about lightning bolts from the clouds to the ground. About every 2 miles you see a damn Dollar General. They are everywhere. So after witnessing some impressive lightning strikes, I figured I'd turn the camera on for a little bit of after vlog footage to see if we can catch anything else. Or see if we can catch anything at all. Look at that. That's just... oof. I think I'm parking here in another 2.5 miles of this Love's. Come on, give me some lightning for the camera. I see some flashes going on up there. I don't know if you can really pick it up or not, but I saw some flashing going on above. And oh, we need to see some boats. Let him go work with the radar. I'm looking at the weather forecast. The weather's going to be what the weather's going to be when I wake up tomorrow and I get ready to drive. Good news is we're 775 miles away from where we got to go. It's 11 hours and 45 minutes. Roughly. Oh, the wind's now picking up. I see some flashing lightning up there, but I ain't seen no boats. I'm not sure if there's the flashing sky is picking up on the camera or not, because it's not quite dark enough for a light show to happen without being bolts. Oh, Oh, no! Y'all saw that, right? Oh, yeah! We got some lightning bolts on that one, by God. I'm just getting... Oh, there we go. Oh, see how long that one was? That was like duration long. Something's going on, man. El Nino, Diablo. What the fuck? War of the Worlds type shit. And where lightning makes the robots come alive from underground. And they come out and start harvesting all the meat. And if you're curious of what the meat is, we're the meat. Humans. Ooh, oh yeah, lightning, baby. That kind of bolts of lightning kind of scares me. I like lightning shows that kind of spider across the sky that's just harmless and pretty and cool looking. That type of lightning we've been witnessing. Them bolts, that's the deadly lightning. More of it right there, man. I don't know what part of the land that's over. There's one over there just by the overpass just now. Alright, well, this is where we call home for the night.